We were always taught from our parents, from our grandparents, from the older generations, the way of life and the way to be successful is to go through middle school, go through high school, and then go through college. We were all taught that if you go to college, you're automatically successful. That was just like a notion in the brain that more people, even in my family, there was no one that went to college, and the first person that went to college got like this reward. But then the first person that I realized that went to college in my family, it's not really doing anything still. You have to understand, this is like the old people, the old person's generation, like the Bible, the rule book of life, what they must do, what this person must do in order for them to be successful. Middle school, high school, college, then go to college for 4 to 8 years to get these bachelor's degrees, all of these degrees that ultimately nowadays don't even matter. We're all taught to go to school and be average, mediocre slaves. This has been happening since the 50s. But the thing is, the time frame from the 50s is completely different. Back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, I even say the 90s, this was like the perfect rule book to go of, like, they didn't have social media. They didn't have other things to make money online or anything like that. They had the school, they had to work hard in real life shit, which is good. But back then, that's when the US dollar was worth something. Nowadays, the US dollar is completely diminishing. You have to understand this. You have to understand this because if you don't, you're going to be stuck listening to these old heads that back in my day, this is what you were supposed to do. Your day was the 1945s, so like the fucking, you guys were born in the 1800s, bro. Time is changing and you have to adjust. Back then, you could get a house, let's say from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and 80s, you can get a house for at least 100K. 100K, you'll get a nice, good home, a good home. I was talking to people, my older generation at my job. He told me 100K back then used to mean a lot. If you made 100K a year, that was like a millionaire. That is when you were a G, you were a top G. Making 100K in the 50s, 60s, 70s, you were a successful motherfucker. This person literally told me life was completely different. You could buy chips, all of that, all the store, everything in the convenience stores, the little things that we consume, our foods, all of the steak, chicken, everything. That was way cheaper. That is when the US dollar meant something, that if you made 100K a year, you was a G, you was a boss. Now 100K a year is almost being like the standardized person, because if you don't make 100K a year, you're not financially free and you are going to be a slave for the rest of your life. It's getting that cutthroat, and you guys have to understand that. So we go to school, right? We've been going to school ever since high school. Ever since high school, this is when I really woke up to this shit, because this is where I wasn't good in school. I can't lie to you. Not like grades academically wise, but like behavior. That I'm in class. Remember just sitting in class just like this, learning the most stupidest shit in the world. Shit that I knew at this time. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this even? I'm questioning it in my brain. I'm asking the teacher, what am I gonna learn from this shit? Why would I need this in real life? Well, you need the Pythagorean theory or whatever the fuck it is, the a squared plus b squared plus c squared, because this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, this shit ain't gonna make me no money. I had to understand this at a younger age. I'm 20 now. I remember 16 thinking like, yo, this is not gonna do anything for me in the future. So in school, you gotta understand, there's a lot of shit that even now I realize, bro, I did not need that shit. I didn't need it. It was good to learn during school, I guess you can say, but like, we didn't really need the shit. In school, if they took more time teaching us how to make money and how to really live and all sorts of things in real life, then that would have been way more beneficial than, a squared plus b squared equals c squared and this, that, and shut the fuck up. I don't need that shit in real life. There was not once in my everyday life that I walked through that I needed an a squared plus b squared plus c squared. Swear to God. Main goal of school is, instead of teaching us how to be successful, because a lot of other people, they know how to be successful and everything like that. Instead, they teach us how to be slaves. How to be that, the regular mechanic. And all these jobs that I'm going to mention, right? Like, these are coming straight off my head. I do not want to offend people. If this is like your main profession, this is your dream to become, right? But if like the main job of just being a teacher, mechanic, all of these jobs, plumber, all of all of the HVAC, all of those trades jobs that you can learn. That's like the average guy, the everyday they're not gonna really make a business. This is what they will be doing for the rest of their lives. All of this, even a doctor, lawyer, these people have to put in 40 to 60 hours work weeks in order to make their money of 100K a year, maybe 150K a year, whatever it is. You're still being a slave to something that you kind of hate deep down inside. More times than not, you grew up, you didn't want to be a fucking doctor. There was not once in my head that I said I wanted to be a fucking doctor when I grew up. Like I said, if this is your profession and this is what you love to do, then yeah, don't listen to this part. But not once did I want to become a doctor. Not once. I wanted to be a basketball player, soccer player. I wanted to be a weightlifter, this, that, and the third. I wanted to be things that, like, over time you grow out of. Ultimately, you have a dream. You'll start to see the vision. My vision now is to become successful on YouTube and everything like that, so I can make money doing what I love. That is the ultimate point of this video, is doing something that you love, right? But instead of doing something that we love, we go to college. We follow the rule book of the people from the fucking 50s and 60s that, yeah, that's when you was really touching money. Them touching money back in the day compared to now is completely different. We waste our youth literally, bro. When you graduate high school, you are 18 years old. This is when you're 18 years old, you're now considered an adult, right? So this is when you go to college, right? You go to college for at least 4 years. I believe it's bare minimum is 4 years for your certain jobs. I don't know. There's so many other jobs that, all these virgins in my fucking comment section are going to be like, well, this, that, and the third. I'm like, man, shut up, bro. Like, you're a slave regardless, right? So you go to school for the 4 to 8 years. Graduate high school. So 4 years from now, boom, 22. Hopefully you're able to get the job that you want, because more times than not, they're adding more like degrees that you need in order to have this job. You're 22 now, and instead, now you're going for another degree. I don't know what the fuck these degrees are, nor do I care, but you're wasting another 4 years, right? Or an extra 2 years. So now you're 22, you're going to be 24 by the end of this, you get that degree, or you're going to be 26 to get that degree. And then you're going to have your job. Then that's when everything changes. That's when your life changes. Instead, you're going to be in debt. You're going to be in debt if you didn't get a full ride from high school or whatever the fuck. The average person is going to get in debt from going to school. That's a fact. And for these schools, this is the biggest, funniest thing for me. Even the high school teachers or the college teachers, these people teach you how to be successful when they're not really successful themselves. If you are a high school teacher, I believe the yearly pay is like $30K a year. All right, that's bare minimum to me. Like, I don't want that shit. Like, me, I'm a fucking brokey now, so you guys should come for me now. But once you see me in 2 years, you're not gonna be like, oh, he's a fucking broke bitch. No, being a teacher, maybe a college teacher that make 100K a year is definitely better than the teacher in high school makes 30K a year, or middle school makes 30K a year, whatever, right? But overall, they teach us about things of like how to have a business when they don't have a business themselves. Do you understand this, right? If I have a coach, a basketball coach, I would want him to know basketball in order for him to teach me about basketball. I would like to know back in the day, he used to get buckets, or he used to play for a college team or whatever, or even play in the NBA or whatever, and he's going to teach me everything he knows about basketball. We pay these teachers to teach us about business. If they knew everything about business, why the fuck do they don't have their own business? Why they're in school teaching us about business if they don't have their own business? I don't want to make this video to make it seem like, oh, college is the biggest scam, but it's such a big scam that people don't realize, bro. You go to college, you pay all of these thousands of dollars. More people are not. I don't know what it was, what it is for most people. But like, my family's poor and everything like that, so we're not going to these colleges where you got to pay $20,000 a year or anything like that. Like, other people I know, they go to those schools. They go to the school for $20,000 a year. A lot of people, they have it in their mind that like, oh, if you go to community college, you're a piece of shit or whatever. Like, bro, you're going to school for $20K a year. If your mom and daddy's not paying that for you, it's over for your shit. 4 years, that's $80,000 for a shit job as a teacher to make $30,000 a year, $40,000, maybe $50,000 a year. That's gonna take you such a long time to pay off. You're not gonna feel comfortable paying off. That's if you don't have a full ride or whatever, a fucking or a scholarship in order to be able to do this. You're gonna be in debt for a long time. You're gonna be a slave for a long time. Do you understand what I'm saying? These people go to college and they think it's like the most beneficial thing because they get their high hopes up. And these people go to college for jobs that they really don't want to do. Deep down inside, you have your dreams. You know what your dream is. You want to open up this business or something like that. But instead, in order, to have that plan B, I always heard about this plan B shit. Plan B is like, oh, well, you have to have something to fall on. So you need that bachelor's degree or you need this degree. Instead of going 100% for what you want. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't at all. I'm trying to tell you this. Put in your brain that you're going to go to school for 4 years compared to doing YouTube or something that you love for 4 years. See which one would you rather, like, how do you not pick the thing that you want to get paid for and love to do in your dreams or whatever your dream is, right? I use my perspective of like, okay, if I'm going to put 4 years into YouTube, I know me as a person, I know I'm going to grow from the shit. I'm a year and I think a couple months in, and I'm almost at 1,000 subs, which I'm truly grateful for, and I know I'm only gonna get better compared from the videos that I last made. But if I'm in 4 years and I'm going to college doing something I know in my life, I'm gonna be like, damn, I had to do this because my parents told me I had a plan B, and if you don't have a plan B, you're gonna be a broke bitch and you're gonna be a fucking slave, and you're not gonna be successful. That's the word that they use on you guys. Not gonna be successful if you don't go to college. So all of the other kids are thinking, well, I have to go to college because my mom said if you're not gonna do this, you're just gonna be broke. You're gonna be a slave. Do you understand what I'm saying? I would count all my balls, everything that I had, that I know I would be way more successful from putting 4 years into my business than 4 years of going to college and getting in debt. That is a fact. If you don't have that within you, I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna be that average guy throughout our days that just don't get shit in life. The guys that hate their lives because of the things that they do. They don't have time for them to do the things that they want. If you're financially free off YouTube, you get 200K a year from YouTube, bro, you're good. You can live the life that you want to live. You could take the days off that you need. School and all these slave jobs that you're gonna have, you're not gonna have that time. They're gonna fire you. This is one of the biggest main points of this video, is that the US dollar is now just diminishing slowly and slowly and slowly. With these wars going on that we're supporting, everything like that. If you guys don't see this, you have to realize you have to wake up now. Like, if this is not your wake up call, of that you're in college or maybe you're in high school and you're thinking about doing something that is like mediocre and you don't love, you have to realize this one fact right now. US dollar is diminishing. Like I said earlier, a home back then in the day, let's say it was 70 to 100K for a good home. I remember people telling me this. I don't even have to do my fact check. They told me this. The older generation told me that, yeah, with that money you could have got nice shit going on back in the day. The gas is going up. Our economy's getting a little fucked up right now. I'm talking about the United States right now. I'm talking about the US, where I stay at right now. Things are getting a little worse for us. It's getting bad. The US dollar, the stock market is going to be down, everything like that. History repeats itself. A lot of things are going to happen that happened before. There's nothing that you're going to say that's going to counteract what I say. There is people who get paid to do the most stupidest shit in the world. Look at Charli D'Amelio. This bitch gets paid to do weird ass dances on TikTok. This bitch gets more money than your whole family and your family before that for doing the weirdest shit on TikTok. I done seen the bitch got a Dunkin' Donuts drink. She doesn't do anything really. I don't know what this girl really does, and I don't want to make this video to hate on her because she's a G. She gets paid doing stupid shit, or maybe she loves this shit, right? I don't want to come at her profession like this. She loves this shit. She's getting paid millions and millions of dollars doing what she wants. It could be the most stupidest shit in the world. Even to her, she'd be like, yeah, this is useless, because she's getting all of this money and the rest of us are like slaving, doing all of this work. She's just like, man, I'm cool and getting this money. I don't know what y'all doing, but I'm getting this money. Put it in that perspective. She's getting this money doing what, maybe this is what she loves. Even then, there's other people that you could see the most degenerate content, all the things in the world, the OnlyFans bitches, all of them, they're making way more money than your family's family they get in 1 month than your family, your whole family combined. Do you understand this shit? You can get paid for what you love to do no matter what nobody says. Understand that. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, because if you understood my shoes, if you really understood my shoes, bro, there's people in my family every fucking day that tell me, yo, get up and do something. Like, as if I don't do everything on my daily list that I'm supposed to do. I even go work my slave job, and then they try to tell me not to do YouTube, that this is a waste of time, that you're not going to get no money, you're not going to be successful. They tell me you're not going to be a millionaire. This was like the biggest trigger for me right here. You could say I won't be a YouTuber with all this, that, and the third. That's fine. I don't give a fuck. That's one ear out of the other. This is where I get really kind of mad, where I hear you're not going to be a millionaire from these people. And I sit there and think, and I'm truly thinking in my brain, I feel sorry for this person. I truly do. Not because they're hating on me or whatever the fuck. I truly feel sorry for them, because they don't understand that in my mind, I'm not just thinking about 1 million. I'm just not thinking about 1 million. I'm thinking 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. I know I will get within this hard work by the time I'm 40. I will have a lot of money. I know I will. Maybe, like after like 10 million, 20 million, whatever, like 1 million, like money is money. You understand? Like it's like, yeah, we have a lot of money regardless. I'm not going to spend my money on private jets. It's going to take like 100K for her flight or whatever the fuck. I'm not an idiot. I'm going to 10x what you think in my brain. Like, it's sad that you think I'm like 1 million. Like, I'm not saying 1 million is nothing. Not at all. That's a lot of fucking money that if I had 1 million right now, I'd be feeling like the most richest dude in the fucking world. $1 million is a lot of money. Like, you just capped me out at $1 million, and I'm starting at when I was 19. I'm 19. I'm 20 now. I started out with 19. I don't know where I'm going to be when I'm 40. I know I'm going to be somewhere very, very successful. I know that. I don't think I'm capped off at no fucking 1 million by 40. Are you crazy? Like, I feel sorry for that, like, these people that try to, like they belittle you, but like, I literally sit there, I'm like, wow, like, this person's actually, they have nothing going on with their lives. Like, they have no ambitions. They have nothing for them in the future to really see their shit for what it is. They don't want to go out there and make this money, but I'm going to be that person that's going to go out there, and you guys are going to see throughout, like, my life that you're going to see I completely changed the shit. I'm telling you right now, I'm putting 10 years into this YouTube shit. No matter what happens, you're going to see my name again. Whether this is a viral video, whether this video fucking completely flops, you will see my name again. I don't care how long it takes. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm going to put in the work for the life that I want to live. Do not let these people fucking inflame your mind. If you heard what I heard, like, all the time from these people, you guys don't understand. It's like your own family that will do it to you. You have to understand, like, if you're a pussy, then yeah, it affects your mind. Like, oh, maybe they're right, this, that. That's if you're a pussy. I know I'm going to do what I want to do. I know there's no other choice, because if not, I'm going to do what I do in my day-to-day life of going to work like a fucking slave. And I don't like it. Every time I go to work, you know, I'm tired kind of thing. I wake up 4 in the fucking morning. I'm a slave right now. I don't get a lot of hours of sleep. I am a slave. I'll be a slave for a little bit. But I'm going to, in 2-3 years, I won't be nowhere near a slave. I'll tell you, a year from now, I'm not working that job. I'll tell you this right now. I'm going to react to Patrick from this time. So the biggest thing of my YouTube channel that I've realized is that I want to help the people. I really want you guys to do what you love to do. Like, if I always thought if I got paid from doing the gym and, you know, helping people online, everything like that, that's the best thing in the world, bro. Like, that's literally it. A lot of people, the thing is if you're a pussy, like, a lot of people are pussies, so they can't do this hard work. They're not able, like, their body mentally and physically is not able to endure this shit. Not able to endure the shit that they get from other people, from, like, maybe making fun of their YouTube channel or making fun of their TikToks. I don't give a fuck. Make fun of me as much as you want. I know from a year from now, I will ball on you. I will be balling on you. I'll be riding on some wide shit. I know what I'm gonna do. You know? Like, and I want y'all to understand that if you don't want to do this shit, do what you love, but actually put effort for it. A lot of people are going to be like, yeah, I'm going to start. These motherfuckers don't ever start. They don't ever want to. You know, then years go by, they're like, well, now I have to really tighten up and go to school and this, that. Shut the fuck up, bro. You just a bitch that don't start. You don't want to really put in this work. Nobody really wants to put in this work. I don't understand, like, honestly, me putting in this work and not wasting my day makes me feel good. When I don't put in this work, I feel like a fucking lame, a loser. I feel like something is missing from me. Maybe you need that toxic feeling. That could be a toxic relationship with you and your brain, but you need that shit. Like I said, the Generation Z people, you guys understand us, my generation. You understand that there's people making millions from doing shit. Nothing. Doesn't even add value to your life, but they make money. So understand that if you do what you love. Like I said, I'm going to do what I love for 10 plus years. I know I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. And another thing is I have God on my side too. A lot of people don't talk about, but once you have God on your side as well, like I've been cursing, you know, I sin a lot, but I have God on my side too. So I can't fail. There's nothing in my mind that's telling me I'm going to fail other than dying or going to jail for a long time. That's the only time you won't see me pop off. Do what you love and get paid for it. Like I said, Charli D'Amelio. There's so many other examples that they literally get paid for not doing anything, but they get paid. Understand that. Not OnlyFans bitches, those don't count. They show their asses and then they get, you know, they show their pussy and shit like that. You don't want to do that. Live the right way where you get paid doing something that you love, but it's not a bad thing. Let's adapt to the new ways, because the older ways are not working anymore. The shit job of the 30K, 40K, maybe even 50K a year, it's average. You don't want to live average. Nobody wants average. If you want average, go ahead. That's fine. You should have been clicked off this video a long time ago. But over here, in this self-improvement like channel, my channel, they don't want average. You guys don't want average. You guys want somebody who's going to show you what the fuck hard work puts out for, and I will show you it. Because I've been doing this since I was a kid. I've been trying to work out, get stronger. Shit, I got my progress in my working out, and I'm still not done. I've been doing this for such a long time that I realized I could talk my shit. I could tell you guys what it is, because I hate to say it, but like I'm 20 and I do feel old and young at the same time. Because I was just 17 and I've had bigger aspirations for when I'm 20. That's the thing that kills me. But then I also realize I'm 20, which is I'm pretty young or whatever. Understand that you could get paid what you want to do, bro. But if you don't adapt to the system, if you adapt and you keep going to this college and this scam shit with the US dollar keep losing its value, you're not going to make money. You're going to be poor. You're going to be stuck. You're going to be a broke slave. Understand that. You have to escape this shit. I love you guys so much, bro. These type of videos, bro, they've They just been hitting so much recently, and that maybe this video doesn't do good. But for the people who do watch this video to the end, I truly love you, bro. I really think that you see me for who I am, and you see my, like, the way I think. And yeah, I might be a little fucking crazy to you guys. I don't understand. I don't know if I am. I think for the average person that might see me as delusional or things, I've been told this and I'm like, yeah, maybe I am like retarded or delusional or whatever the fuck you want to say to me, but I won't be like, you know that. I won't be like them. I can't. It's impossible. So put that in your heart. Live with that shit. They say, what's that saying? They said, put your heart on your sleeve. You live by what you say. You do what you say you gonna do. Simple as that. You don't gotta mix around this, do that, and the third. Fuck all that. Live what you say you gonna do, bro. If you guys enjoyed this video, bro, I'm gonna leave this last video right here for you guys. This video is a career path type of video that, you know, I realize is the most beneficial ways of making money online. This is the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Click on this video if you're more interested. And make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, bro. For more pressure videos like this, all I do is share my heart and my fucking soul and everything that I know to you guys. So stay yourself, stay 300, and whatever you do in life, trust me, I believe you, bro.